Hi, I'm Angela Martin and welcome to this absolutely beautiful piece of land at 396 Speewah Road in Speewah. Now it really does have something for everyone. Seclusion, privacy, rainforest, gorgeous clearings, the list goes on and on. So let's go in and have a look. You're absolutely going to fall in love with this magnificent property. We've just come in the main gate and already you can get a sense of the openness and the privateness of this beautiful property. As I mentioned, we're on 20 acres, but about 5 acres is completely parkland, if you like. The grass is beautiful, it's very sculpted, and we've got views, we've got a Billabong, and we're going to have a look at that in just a minute. The land up this direction goes for about 600 metres frontage, which is huge. About 400 metres in that direction and roughly 200 in that direction. But one of the great things is that when we come straight in, we've actually got a 10 by 10 shed with mains power that we could use as the start of a home. We could use it for storage, we could use it as an artist's retreat. We really can do whatever we want with it. So let's go down, have a little look at the shed before we go down and explore the rest of the property. Before we head down to the shed, this beautiful Kadagu tree, they're native to this area, and when it rains, I don't know if you can see it, but the bark is absolutely sparkly, beautiful. Eucalypt green. It is a eucalypt, and it's absolutely stunning. But the other key thing is too, this set of trees behind us acts as a little island, and we have beautiful open, again, parkland area behind us. So we can head down to the open area either via the shed or back down that way. But part of our original plan, let's head over and have a look at the shed. We're at the shed and it's approximately 10 by 10 metres. Now the key thing with this particular shed is it actually has 3 roller doors. We've got 2 here plus a main entrance, and round the back we've got another door, a roller door plus a window, so plenty of light can come into the shed. It's council approved, it is fully insulated, and the construction is really super duper strong. And as I mentioned at the beginning, we have actually got mains power onto the property and it goes straight into the shed. So let's head down and have a look at the rest of the property. And before we go, we've got 2 really large water tanks just at the side of the shed, and then down the other side of the shed is another little garden shed, ideal for all your little tools and implements, and it's about 3 by 3 metres. But let's go down to the house pad. This is absolutely stunning. The further we move into the property, the more it's just peaceful. It's, I don't know, you can just feel the serenity. It's filled with beautiful greenery, and we've got a gorgeous natural breeze that's coming through, but of course it's been cooled by all the trees. Now we would see up the front of the property there, plenty of space for a helicopter. You could have a helicopter pad up there. It's actually only about 7 kilometres, believe it or not, just as a direct route from Cairns Airport. So if you wanted to do a luxury retreat, or if you were fly in, fly out, plenty of opportunity. It really is beautiful. Now over here we have 2 buildings, 2 old buildings. They may or may not be able to be resurrected, but one of them is a wooden 6 by 9 roughly cabin. It would have had French doors, or does have French doors, currently being used as storage. The other one is the remnants of what would have been probably a 3 or 4 bedroom block house. The roof and everything's been taken off it, but it has really, really, really good bones. But the lovely thing is that the actual area on which it's built looks down onto the Billabong, which is just, excuse me, absolutely stunning. And of course we've got a pristine creek that runs to the side. So let's go down and have a look at the Billabong. I mentioned about the fruit trees, just we're on our way down to the creek, as I said. The current owner hasn't used any pesticides or any nasties on any of the established fruit trees, so they really are organic. And they include things like mangosteen. Anyone who knows about mangosteen, it is probably one of the most revered fruit trees, takes forever to fruit, and full of antioxidants, which is wonderful for the complexion. We've got lychee tree, we've got a lemonade tree, a custard apple tree, we've got jackfruit, we've got black sapote, just all dotted around this beautiful natural environment. So we are now on our way to the creek. Let's go. Just so that we've got a little bit of orientation, there's lots of different ways all down this left-hand side that we can actually get to the creek. Now, we've come down all the way through the front, we've passed the shed, we've come down through and touched yummy organic fruit trees, and then we have our 2 buildings up just to the side here, and they were down looking over to the Billabong. So this is one little bit that we can get through into the running creek. It runs all year, but on the way, cannot help but notice the stunning bamboo. Bamboo in the tropics, well, anywhere in the world, is supposed to be very, very lucky, and as you can see, it just reflects the blue sky beautifully. But anyway, let's come down. This is one way that we can get to the creek. Gorgeous, gorgeous creek. It's a real easy walk. Often in a lot of properties you have to go up and down hills and, you know, climb over mountains. But as we come down here, again, you can't feel it, but the temperature is just dropping. We're probably about, feels like 1 or 2 degrees, just from out there in that open parkland down into the cool rainforest area. If we have a look down in here, we have got water holes, we've got running water, the trees and all the gorgeous roots. It really is, you know, it smells like the rainforest. Come on down. This could be yours. Just imagine at the end of a very hectic week, at the end of a very hectic day, you could be sitting here enjoying whatever you fancy, cup of tea, cup of coffee, glass of wine, and just really de-stressing. It's absolutely stunning. Just have a look at that. So this is the little area that we came down just through the parklands. As you can see, it's a really easy, gorgeous, relaxing walk down, 30-second walk down. But we're on a little baby bit beach. Again, I mentioned before about relaxing at the end of the day. You could just sit here and the world would disappear. I don't know if you can hear the creek, but it is flowing. And it is cool and absolutely beautiful. we just moved along from one part of the creek where we had a beautiful little sandy bed, if you like, and I wanted to show you this particular part because the whole property and various parts along the creek have water holes or swimming holes. Some of them are really deep, some of them are not so deep, but you could jump in there in a really hot summer's day and be, you know, up to here in water. And again, you can see the sparkly sun coming through the trees, so we have dappled light and the quietness and the peacefulness. I know we're going on about it, but this is the essence of this particular property. One of the most beautiful things on the way down to the Billabong is, again, all the natural things that you would see. Now, this is probably not a native, but it is a vine, and the colour of the flower, got a little baby, beautiful smell, is quite glorious. And then when you look down to the Billabong, you've got these little tufts of colour pretty much throughout the property, and of course behind us you can't see it, but we will on the way back up. We've got bromeliads on the bromeliad tree. Now the Billabong is home to, or the current owner has seen platypus, they have seen turtles, of course there are wallabies galore on pretty much all of the properties in this area. Beautiful little pademelons, just again stunning and gorgeous if you wanted to have a retreat or if you just wanted to actually live here and enjoy it. Down at the creek we had the flowing water, which when it rains actually flows down into the Billabong and fills the Billabong up. And again, you could just put your little tootsies or your little feet in there. You could put red claw in there if you wanted to do, you know, yabbies or little fish. And, you know, you could put a little jetty, a little tinny. You really could just enjoy it as is. Even pop some lilies in there. So you've got a lily pond. But again, the feeling and the calmness and the peacefulness of this whole area is absolutely stunning. And this is one that I didn't even see before up behind me when we were looking at the Billabong. But these just, they grow up trees, they grow on rocks, and they are this gorgeous, luminous green colour. And where else in the world would you have moss, trees with buttress roots, beautiful open paddock, and of course, again, I keep going on about it, but I do not apologise for the beauty and the serenity of this whole area. It really is absolutely stunning. Now you can actually walk around the Billabong. Oh my goodness, basket fans. Where else in the world would you wence upon or come across something like that so natural and so beautiful? Now the two dwellings, the two buildings, the bones plus the cabin that we looked at when we came into the middle of the property, they look down onto the Billabong, and again the view from up there is absolutely staggeringly beautiful, and we can see the glimpse of the house up there, so it gives you a bit of a sense of scale and how much clear just parkland that you have between where that house pad could be. And as I said, you could resurrect the house to just be, you know, a normal everyday house with a beautiful view, beautiful balcony, and of course we have that Billabong. You can actually see in the Billabong at the moment little ripples, so there's clearly little fish or little turtles in there, but it really is, again, keep going on about it, it's magnificent. this is another little area, and I'm speaking quietly because I'm really scared that I disturb all the little butterflies and all the little just native animals that clearly live in this area. Now, what I did see was, and it looked like a castle, and that's why I wanted us to have a look at it. In the Billabong, we've actually got a reflection of the bones of the original house, and you can go down there and you can have a look, and you can just imagine if you had a beautiful pole home, if you had a whitewash, a Mediterranean type home, if you had a cosmopolitan home, or if you just had a lovely little cottage, it would all look absolutely stunning. I really hope you've enjoyed this beautiful, wonderful, exquisite tour of number 396 Speewah Road in Speewah, and I would like for us to do a little bit of a recap. But before I do, if you were to jump in your car right now, spend 1 hour behind the wheel, where would you be? Where would you end up? Whether you're in Melbourne or Sydney or Hong Kong or Singapore, do you think the destination would look pretty similar to where your starting point was? Now, I know those cities very, very well, and I can feel the tension of jumping in a car or a bus or a train and travelling that 60 minutes, and the surrounds really don't look much different. If we lived here and we either jumped into a helicopter up at the front of the property, or if we just simply drove in a car, within 1 hour we could be at the world famous 5 Mile Beach in Port Douglas. Way less than that, we could be at Cairns International Airport. Fraction more than that, we could be in Cairns. Now, that's not a fraction more than 1 hour. This is all within 1 hour. And then just down the Kuranda Range, we have got event cinemas. We've even got Bunnings. So when you want to actually either renovate or build or have anything done on your property, you are way within 30 minutes to 1 hour maximum to some of the most stunning and beautiful parts that Australia, not just this location, but Australia has to offer. So when I say a recap, this really is a stunning, stunning property. We have 20 acres, and about 5 of them are beautiful clear parklands. We have all the sparkly light coming through and the organic fruit trees that we spoke about. We've got a 10 by 10 insulated shed with mains power, and the 2 remaining dwellings have septic tanks on them, so you really could, if you wanted to, resurrect them or just get rid of them at a very small cost and build your dream home. We have platypus and turtles and wallabies. We've got the Billabong. We have the fabulous running pristine creek in amongst the rainforest. So when you're looking at a luxury resort, or whether you are just looking for that private seclusion, why would you go anywhere else in the world? So give me a call, Angela Martin, 0403 788 187. Visit my website, AngelaMartin.TV. I look forward to showing you around this magnificent property.